Okay, hi everyone. Welcome to Climb Your Everest nonprofit leadership skills workshop for women's empowerment. Today, our topic is goal setting. So this is, I think, session number 19, and I've recorded the videos of all the other leadership skills that we talked about so far. So feel free to access those videos or contact me, Sarah@climbYourEverest.org, for any of the videos that you missed or you never received. Okay. So we want to talk about goal setting and the importance of having goals. So a lot of times in our life, we forget about our dreams and goals, and we get busy with daily stuff. So we want to talk about the importance of goal setting, how to set goals, what are the steps, how to stay motivated, how to build good habits. And so with no further ado, let me start the session. Okay. We generally have some sense of that a goal is a future state or a milestone associated with some good things. Okay, so why goal setting is even important? Because it brings focus and direction for us, because it challenges us to grow, because it drives us to take action, because it inspires us. But not all the goals are good. I mean, sometimes we set goals that are not specific, not measurable, not achievable, not realistic, not timely, right? So it is important to have a goal that is a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. So I want you to think about it right now and think about a goal that you have. I'm going to give an example, but I want you to come up with your own example. Okay, so for example, I say I want to read a book. So if I'm not specific, then it could be any book. So think about a specific thing, like exactly this book. This is the exact book that I want to read, right? And then measurable. I say, I want to read 10 pages every Tuesday night. Okay, so a measurable. Achievable. I'm not going to say I'm going to read 300 pages every night. I don't have time for that many pages, but I set something achievable. Okay, then realistic, something that can actually happen. I'm not saying I want to read 10 books a night, because it's not realistic. Based on my schedule, I don't have that much time. Timely, so I give it time. Every Tuesday at 7 to 8 p.m., that 1 hour, I'm reading a book. So it is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. So I want to give you a few minutes. I want you to think about a goal and then tell me how you can make it a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time. Do you have any of you wants to give an example? Yes, no. What is your goal? Give me a goal and then make it, or you can kind of start thinking about it as we are kind of studying the rest of this, like going through the rest of the slides. You can start thinking about it, and then maybe we can discuss it afterwards. Okay, so just think about it. All right, so the next thing we want to talk about is, so now let's say you already have a goal, how you can stay motivated and kind of achieve your goal. Okay, so number one, motivation is internal. Okay, so you cannot get, I mean, we sometimes can get motivation from external matters. Like, for example, we look for motivation in others, like we ask others to motivate us. But then really the motivation is inside us. For you to achieve your goals, you need to find the why inside you. Why in the first place you decide to have this goal? Why this is important for you, right? That's number one. Remember what motivates you, right? So for example, remembering, like keep reminding yourself that this is the reason in the first place that I decided to do this. Like I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this to make more money. I'm doing this because I want to be more productive. I want to be happier. I want to be healthier. So kind of remember what motivates you and use that. 3, challenge yourself with a daily goal. So if you break down your goal into small pieces, remember when I was talking about climbing Everest? So if I think about Everest and I think about it as, oh my God, this is such a big mountain, it's so difficult, then I could never achieve it. But if I break it down into small pieces of, okay, I need to go and exercise today, and that takes me one step closer to my goal, then that's helpful, right? Then that's a daily challenge that takes me one step closer to my goal. Next, motion creates emotion. So you see this person is exercising. When you're in motion, when your body is happy, then your mind will be happy and your mind will be excited and motivated. So add personal exercise to your schedule. Then keep learning. Keep learning new things, maybe a new word in English, maybe a new skill, maybe find a new place, a new coffee shop. So keep learning new things, exploring new things. Learning new things keeps you motivated. Hang out with superstars. Hang out with people who are very motivated, who want to do new things, who want to learn new things, who are excited about life, who have big goals. Okay, that always helps you. Like if you're hanging out with people who are depressed and they don't have big goals, then you're going to become similar to them. And next, reward yourself. So when you do something, when you take a step, reward yourself so that you stay motivated. So now that I went over this slide, I want to go back to the slide that we were on before, and I asked you, did you think of a goal that is smart, like a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely? Do you have an example? Eleanor, do you have an example?
Maybe I want to lose weight.
Okay, so how can you make it specific? I want to lose weight. That's very specific. Okay, now measurable. How much weight?
Maybe 10 kgs.
10 kgs. Then timely. In how much time?
1 or 2 months.
Okay, 2 months. Let's say in 2 months you want to lose 10 kilograms. So is this achievable and realistic?
Yes.
Okay, good. So now your goal is losing 10 kilograms in 2 months is a specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. That's great. How about you, Maduri? If you want to set a goal that is a smart, what would you say? Did you hear me? I cannot hear you. Do you have anything in mind?
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, did you hear me?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so do you have a goal that you can make it smart?
Yes, ma'am. And next month I have a, teacher exam in Gurukula. I want to achieve in that.
Okay, so that's your goal. You want to get a good grade, I guess, or pass the teacher exam, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that is a specific. So then it means you need to study. Okay, so
Yes,
now how much do you need to study every day so that
yeah, nearly 3 to 4 hours, ma'am.
every day?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so it is a specific. You want to pass the exam, so you want to study. It's measurable 3 to 4 hours every day. It's achievable, realistic, and timely. So 3-4 hours every day. Okay, that's good. That's a very good goal. All right. Both did really great. So now the reason you haven't done that, I'm sure both of you, it's like I mean, all of us, not just two of you, but all of us, we always want to achieve our goal, right? And we always have some bad habits and some good habits, right? And our bad habits, which is eating unhealthy, not exercising, or watching TV and social media instead of studying, these are the old habits that we want to change them into new habits, right? So what are some of the ways we can form new habits? 3 R's: reminder, routine, reward. Reminder. So keep reminding yourself. Write it somewhere, put it on your wall so you remember. Routine. Create a routine. So every day on certain hours, do something. And then reward. Every time you do it, reward yourself. Okay? So now I want to hear from both of you. So Eleanor, you said 10 kg for 2 months. How you can set reminders and routine and reward for yourself?
So every maybe three days I need to check my weight and go into progress. I need to change my routine by regular exercise and then healthy food. I'm fond of eating um, all snacks and all. So I need to stop my bad habits. And if I'm going to achieve weekly, maybe certain weight, which I have to calculate, and then I have to reward myself one day by with anything.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Oh, it's too much. Okay. That's great. How about you, Majuri? If you want to create reminder, routine, and reward, what would you do for your teacher exam?
Ma'am, regularly I am keeping time schedule for a reminder,
Mm-hmm.
and continually routine I am studying, and
Mm-hmm.
after that I will test myself how much I improve whichever I study in previous.
Okay. Great. 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 That's good. Anything else you want to add?
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay, good. All right, so new habits. If you can get 1% better each day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you are done. Habits are a double-edged sword. Bad habits can cut you down just as easy as good habits can build you up. And the most powerful outcomes are delayed. Mastery requires patience. All big things come from a small beginning. The seed of every habit is a single tiny decision. So if you make a decision, like a small decision, to start exercising today, start eating healthy today, start studying for your test today, this is a small decision for today. But in a year, you'll see a huge difference in your life. You see a big impact, right? So it's never late. You can start today. So timeline. It can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a person to form a new habit, and an average of 66 days. So kind of 2 months for you to get a new behavior to become automatic. Let's say exercising or eating healthy. If you repeat it for 2 months, then it becomes part of you. So this is different person by person, you know. I mean, some people 18 days is enough, some people more than 2 months. But from what I've seen, most people need less than 60 days to develop a new habit. Okay, so think about it. If you, in the grand scheme of things, in your whole life, if you only dedicate these next 2 months on developing a new habit, in 2 months you're gonna have a new habit, and that's beautiful. That will change your whole life. Okay, what is these 4 simple steps to build new habits? Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, make it satisfying. So what do I mean by make it obvious? So you can bring the process of the behavior change by some awareness. First of all, you need to know, be aware of your habits. If you're not aware of them, then how can you even change them, right? So that's number 1. Then some people lack motivation, but the lack of motivation is because lack of clarity. It is not clear for you why. Why am I doing this? Why do I need to use 10 kilograms? Why do I need to pass the teacher's test? Right? Why? So when you're very clear about why, then it becomes easier. And another way, which is kind of part of the techniques, I'm going to talk about habit stacking, which is kind of combine this new habit with another habit. For example, losing weight with eating healthy with exercising. So I'm going to create a habit package so that instead of creating one good habit, I'm going to create 3 good habits. Okay? So package, stack the good habits together. So how you can make it attractive? Reframing your habits to highlight their benefits. So you can keep thinking about, if I lose 10 kilograms, then I'm going to be healthier, then I feel better, then I feel like I'm exercising more. So since I'm healthier, I have more energy for all the things I like to do. Or like you can talk about the benefits of passing the teacher's test. So that if I pass the test, then I can take my life to the next level and do different things. So habits are attractive when we associate them with positive feelings, right? So if you say, I'm going to be much happier, then you'll be happier. So your brain kind of does everything you tell your brain to do. If you tell it that this makes me happy, your brain will be happy. So you can trick your brain into liking things and wanting things. Does it make sense? Okay. So how can you make it easy? The best is the enemy of the good. Voltaire said that. So the biggest reason to slip into motion rather than the action. So you want to delay failure. Okay. So we are scared of failure. And like, for example, Eleanor, for your goal, you might think, what if I fail? What if I cannot lose 10 kilograms? So then I'm not going to start, because if I start, then I might fail. So I'm not going to even start. It's because sometimes we think about perfection and we're like, if I don't use exact 10 kilograms, I'm not going to even start it. But maybe if this time you go for 5 kilograms, then 10 kilograms becomes easier next time. So no perfection, mostly repetition and staying on your game and staying in motion and staying in action, right? So rather than thinking about, what if I fail? What if I cannot do this, right? Because that fear of failure is just delaying your success and your accomplishment. Make sense? So we don't choose our earliest habits. So some of the habits you have, you never chose them. You just copied them from your family, from your friends, right? Or the only way to change them is that to kind of make them look unattractive to you. So maybe in your family, everybody likes to eat rice. I'm just coming with an example, because in my family, everybody loves bread and rice. And when you have a lot of bread and rice, what happens? You gain weight, right? So like, this is the family habit. Everybody in my family love bread and rice. So for me to get rid of that habit is that I need to make it unattractive. I never buy rice. I never buy bread, because I know if I buy them, I'm going to eat them, right? So I make it unattractive and uneasy. And I know this is not something that I chose for myself. This is something my family chose. I grew up with it and I got used to it, right? So I decide to change it for myself and I make it unattractive for myself. Does it make sense? So I want to hear from you. What are the things that you need to make it unattractive for yourself so that you don't do it so that you can achieve your goal? Eleanor.
Maybe I'm used to sugary items. I need to cut
Yeah,
off it.
yeah. So that's something, just everybody loves sugar and everybody loves sweets. And that's what everybody does. But for you to achieve your goal is that you make sugar looks unattractive to you. You challenge yourself to have sugar handy. You put sugar on the top shelf so that you cannot reach it or something like that. How about you, Maduri?
Yeah.
What is something you want to make unattractive for yourself?
Ma'am, actually, I like spicy food. That I want to cut off.
Okay. But then towards your goal, because you said you want to study, what are the habits that you have that cause you not to study? Like maybe social media, watching TV, uh, wasting
Yes,
somehow. So what do you do?
ma'am, so I'm talking in phone sometimes with my sisters. I want to cut off that.
Okay, perfect. That's very good. That's very good. Good. That's
Yeah.
very good. So, I mean, you can, of course, talking to our loved ones and families are very important. But then instead of an hour, maybe like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah. So how can you make it unattractive for yourself? What would you do?
Ma'am,
How would you change that?
I felt I can't understand, ma'am, what you asked.
I'm asking, how would you change that habit?
I want to decrease myself, and whichever the topic is important, that I want to talk with them. Unnecessary things I want to cut off.
Okay. So would you ask her that I need to study 3 to 4 hours for my test? Can we talk after I pass my test?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Good. So 2 minute rule. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes. Start by mastering the first 2 minutes of the smallest version of the behavior. So for example, um, exercising. Eleanor, you tell yourself, I'm gonna exercise just 2 minutes. Or I'm not gonna think about sugar, just 2 minutes. So when you master 2 minutes, then you can master 3 minutes. Then you can master 4 minutes. Similar to you, Maduri, you wanna study. You tell yourself, I'm gonna study 2 minutes. And then I'm gonna study 3 minutes, then 4 minutes, then 5 minutes. So when you master 2 minutes, then it is easier for you to master 3 minutes. Does it make sense? So right after this meeting, I want both of you to go and do something with the 2 minute rule. Okay? So 2 minute exercising, 2 minute studying. Is that good? All right.
Yes.
Perfect. And then last slide, how to develop a new habit, make it satisfying. We are more likely to repeat a behavior when the experience is satisfying. Pleasure teaches your brain that a behavior is worth remembering and repeating. The most effective form of motivation is progress. So if you tell yourself that I had some progress, I achieved my goal, I studied for 2 minutes today, I exercised for 2 minutes today, then the progress is giving you motivation so that you continue doing this and do this more. So the best way to measure the measure your progress is with a habit tracker. So maybe you can say, okay, today I studied 2 minutes, tomorrow 3 minutes, the day after tomorrow 4 minutes. And when you track your progress, that is satisfying and that makes you happy and that makes you want to continue on achieving your goal. All right. So at the beginning, it might seem like I won't do it, I can't do it, I don't want to do, I want, then you move to I want to do it. How do I do it? Or I really try to do it. And then you eventually move to I can do it, I will do it, and then up the stairs to I did it. Sorry. So I lost my voice. I was teaching 2 other classes today, so I was talking a lot. Let me stop recording.
Take rest for 1 minute like that.